Stand by for the opening night of the National Television Service.
So at my new job, my manager, it's pretty sales oriented, right? Same type of in-person sales that I've always been doing. My manager has this expression, flirt to convert, which is exactly what you would expect a salesman to do. Is if you see someone who's willing to be flirted with, and you can spice it up a little bit, like, yeah, those sunglasses look great on you, like, pick them up, get a couple. I find that expression, and this isn't one I thought I would be using a lot. I always thought I'd be more like a firm handshake with an older gentleman type of flirt to convert type of guy. Like, I'm flirting with honesty and integrity. But no, I pulled it off successfully today with like a woman who was my age. It wasn't like a desperate old housewife. I wasn't like soliciting an heiress for anything. So I felt a boost of confidence from that I was not only able to riz someone up just for the sake of doing it, but to be able to do it and then get a cash incentive out of it was super duper gratifying. What do you think, Scott? You dirty dog. You gotta yes and me.
No, sorry. It really bothered me that you picked the one expression with a.
Oh, with a.
Scott, you're right. Scott's been a little weird today. Scotty.
Scott, that's.
Yo, Scott's freaking the fuck out right now.
Yo,
Scott, are you? Oh man, I might be too far. Never mind. Never mind. I don't want to do it. Never mind.
You don't want to. I was gonna destroy all the footage that we just filmed, because normally it's like cut in later, but now we got this whole bird reference.
Scott, what are you looking?
Scott reference. You look kind of sick today, Scott. You look a little pale and gray.
Yeah, Scott's been a little bird brain lately.
Yeah, Scott's. Did you get a nose job, by the way? Yeah, looks nice. You got a real. Real hook.
Scott, we're trying to get monetized. You can't show things like that.
Come on, Scott. Don't quit peacocking around, Scott.
Yo, Scott, you really need to stop spending so much money. You need to focus on making a nest egg.
Only then will your finances truly be able to soar. No, I'm sorry, that was really just parroting back your joke, Zach. It's okay.
That's funny, though.
Come on, did you not? Did parroting back go under the radar or something like that?
No.
Like, you were just thinking of your own joke then, because I thought parroting back deserves some more credit. I thought.
Just be quiet until we think more. I feel like I feel like we've gathered a good group of people. We all have a lot in common, but you know what they say. Birds of the same feather flock together.
I just feel like we're talking over him. I don't want to clip your wings by, like, interrupting you, man.
Yeah, Scott, I feel like you're just parroting right-wing talking points.
I already used parroting, so that kind of stuff.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh.
Parroting back everything you said. That was the... Okay.
I was talking shit about Harry Potter, and I feel like they sent one for it. They replaced owls with.
No, that makes
Scott.
Wait, what the is? Hey yo, there's.
Is that?
Come
wait. If you're,
here.
are you?
Wait, there's.
If you're Scott, who's
two.
that?
That's a good-looking son of a bitch. That's
You two look completely identical right now.
Yo, Scott, Scott, do you have a brother?
Bro, that's amazing, you guys. Holy shit! Way to go.
Dude, who is this guy? Scott, is this your?
Yep.
Dude, get the fuck away from me.
Okay. That's the imposter.
We replaced.
This is Scott.
This is our version of when Rick replaced Morty with two crows.
Yeah, it's just
Julian, Zack, and a parrot.
and which makes sense because Pooh Crafter, you had to be pretty intelligent to get that opening bit that we did. There were a lot of sophisticated bird puns. You need at least a rudimentary understanding of quantum physics to watch this podcast.
Oh, that's awesome.
Trying to think of more bird
Well,
puns.
bye. No. No, don't leave. No, fake Scott, come back. We still want to include you.
Can I have his Diet Coke?
Sure, fake Scott.
Whatever. The real Scott only likes seeds, anyways.
Sorry, I'm late.
No, Scott. No. We thought that you were the bird. Okay, I don't know. The joke's dumb now.
It feels like when you confront it with like a very earnestly confused misunderstanding of like, yo, I'm not the bird, dog. Like,
I should have got mad. And been like, who's taking my
beat the shit out of him, yeah.
But then the bird actually probably beat the shit out of me. And that's
Well, no, the fact that, like, I mean, it's not like I condone animal abuse, but the fact that you go, whoop, Pam, and then just a bunch of feathers fly in from off camera is objectively funny. You know, like, we can't deny that.
Birds are probably the funniest death. Like, out of any animal, a bird turning into a bunch of feathers.
That wasn't an agreement noise.
Yeah, that was.
But no, I agree. A bird turning into a puff of feathers is like,
Yeah, okay, let's pause really quick.
yeah. If you can successfully make a word play like tulips, two lips, yeah, I can't hate on that. That's quality content right there, right?
The joke was, what's better than roses on your piano? 2 lips on your organ. Oh, I get it now. Because
Okay.
roses to tulip and then piano to organ.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it. Okay.
Wait, you know, oh.
No,
Wait,
I
you
didn't
didn't
get it.
Yeah, this is why you need to pay more attention on those SAT questions, man.
No.
That is to as to stuff. It comes in handy some of the time.
It
So
I didn't make the. It doesn't matter. I didn't make the connection. They were both flowers. I just thought the pun. I got the pun 2 lips. Honestly, what it probably was, it took me too long to get the 2 lips part. I didn't get that on my organ. I just thought flower, piano, flower, musical device, and I was like, why is that funny?
Julian's trot just went out.
God damn it.
Oh, no, it didn't.
Is Chucky fucking with it? No. Chuck, why you
Hey,
fuck?
Julian,
Hey.
pucker up your 2 lips. Ooh. Ooh.
like a fish.
Ooh. Oh,
Oh god, that's good. I'm happy with that. Hey, so what we were doing there, for those of you who didn't fucking cue in, was Scott. We didn't think Scott was gonna be here, so Zach got a text like 5 minutes before we started rolling from Scott saying, "I'm on my way," and he kind of chuckled. He's like, "Hey guys, Scott's coming after all," 'cause we didn't know you were gonna show up, Scott. So then we had to take our whole pretending that the bird is Scott bit and kind of, launch it out of the gate such that you would walk in whilst we were pretending the bird was you. So if there was any confusion there as to what the tone, and now the bird still has your camera. So you are still the bird visually. It would be very funny, Megan, if when Scott is talking, if you cut to Scott, stop pointing the camera at yourself. Stop pointing the camera up your own cloaca, Scott. I know cloaca is a funny word. It's hard to resist cloaca.
I also pretended that you were looking up sexy birds taking a bath. Which was fun.
That's good. No,
I was?
Yeah, because you're the bird.
Oh.
because you're a horny little bird with I don't know. They have a dick. Yeah, it's probably got a dick, right? That's like a
honestly
bird
don't
thing.
know.
How do
Yeah,
birds
you don't
have
touch
sex?
your bird's dick.
How do birds have sex?
I
Or do they
don't
not?
know.
I
Do
think
they?
they just fuck
They
that.
do.
I've always wondered that. I'm like, can you imagine?
So are
you're,
eggs
you're with your
the result?
girlfriend and she lays an egg and you're like, I gotta fuck that. So like, what? That's a weird order of operations, you know? If the thing you're most turned on by is like coming on an egg, like that's gotta be weird.
That's definitely not.
What do they do to the egg? What's fertilizing it mean? It means come,
No,
Megan,
no,
right?
but not after.
Oh, so they
She's
come
saying-
in the bird.
Yes.
To
Okay.
make the egg. But then how do chickens
Well, no, that
have
makes sense because
eggs?
I know ducks have sex,
that's-
right?
okay.
So-
So chickens just have eggs, right?
Wait,
like women have periods,
oh, no,
all
we're
right?
Okay.
So
Right.
eggs are chicken periods, right? But if they get like fucked by the rooster, right? And then the egg will come out fertilized.
Okay.
That's how that works.
You
I
know
don't
what,
know if
that's
they have penises. I don't want to know. I have birds and I don't want to know what their genitals look like, honestly.
Well, that's fair. You don't need to stare at your you don't need to stare at your cock's cock the entire time. I definitely get that. But
All of a sudden, Chucky, there's like a little Chucky
your
running
microphone.
around. And she's like, how the fuck did that happen?
I got you. I said cock's cock. In case that wasn't clear, that's cock's cock.
I get so stressed out when things go south. Motherfucker.
Yeah, that's why you're always so stressed out, right?
Okay, here's what we're gonna do. This is a shitty solution. Scott, point the camera at Julian for like 15 minutes. It just needs to charge.
That's what we've got.
That's just the answer. The camera just needs to charge.
Hey, well, at least you get all of this flattering angle.
Damn it, dude. Fuck me.
What you?
I've
Hey,
done,
what
I've done
watch are
too
you
much
wearing,
this
Julian?
weekend.
Thank
today?
you. I'm actually, you and Megan both have complimented. I think it's just when I roll up my sleeves. That's when it looks like a manly one.
A Timberland?
A Timberland, baby. I used to work there. Or, I mean, just like, I don't know if you're like, yeah. I'm not
I like it.
really. I actually had like a huge phobia of becoming like a watch guy. Like, I don't find that being super into super expensive watches is like an attractive or admirable quality. But like, I got my first watch and it's kind of fun just to look at a little shiny thing. It's just another shiny, it's the same reason I paint my nails. It's just another fucking shiny thing to look at and purchase, you know? I just love purchases. I'm so willing to subscribe to capitalism. Like whatever they throw at me, I'm like, oh, the little things on this glow in the dark. I'm so happy every time it gets dark and I have my watch on. I'm like, yay, I can see what time it is. I already could, but you know, purchases.
It's kind of silly to say that you don't like. It's silly to take a hard stance against watch people and then talk about how like down you are to buy into capitalism.
I don't think it's like a hard stance. I think I'm pointing out a hypocrisy in myself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's how I interpret it, at least is, yeah, no, I'm no better than the guy who like loves his, well, I mean, granted, I think once you get to a certain point of wealth, like I hope if I had hundreds of millions, I wouldn't be dropping like individual millions on these fucking watches. Like that isn't very admirable to me.
Is it actively bad? You think it makes you less admirable?
I mean, it's not actively bad. It's just like, I guess if you value it like that much, I lose a little respect if you don't like, if you just like, oh yeah, diamonds, man. Like, I lose a little respect then, I guess, but it's not even like a massive lie. I just think like if you got $100 million, like buying a watch that is worth $2 million to like show how rich you are at every business meeting is, I can't imagine leads to the amount of self-actualization as buying, say, that $2 million dream car, which is also a pretty vain, hollow purchase, but at least like you get to drive it around, you know? It's just like, it's not like action makes things better, but I guess I just think that you'd better be like getting one hell of a thrill out of that watch every time you look at it, right? And I just don't think that thrill would ever be as comparable as, you know, like hitting the acceleration in a fast car, something like that, you know? But it can't just be about the specific type of item. I'm just shocked that it's a watch, I guess.
Why does a bunch of diamonds give you the ick? Like, why does a rapper just taking a watch and covering it in diamonds stand out to you?
Ick, like it's less about a
word you wanna
rapper.
use.
It's more about like a business. Like I guess when I think about like a celebrity doing something that's like a rapper, I'm like, that's kind of part of your brand, you know?
Okay.
And it's not to say that it can't be part of a business. I guess I'm not trying to take as hard of a stance as I feel like I'm being led into. I'm just kind of
I'm asking your
tossing
thought
things
process.
out there.
You threw a feeling out there.
I guess
I'm
it's because I think
digesting it.
the like for example, if you are to buy like a Rolls Royce, that's a hand constructed car almost entirely, right? It pretty
I
rare.
have no idea.
Well, it is.
Okay.
At least from what I know, I think it's like almost entirely a hand constructed car.
What does that mean? What's the difference between a
As
hand
opposed to,
constructed
like,
and a not hand constructed car?
I mean, I guess, and again, I'm not the expert on this. Hopefully, we get other experts to talk about it, but I'm not the expert at all. But basically, I guess, I mean, they just have a great deal more human detailing that goes into it than, say, like a Prius, where it's like at Rolls Royce, they're having like a person polish all your door handles and stuff. Like, there's a dedicated polisher. There's like a dedicated guy to do every single like job in the old assembly line way, and just have more human attention to detail than, say, the manufacturing would. Honestly, I don't know how much that improves the price. That's just what I've seen and how it's made. That's how it's made telling me this. So I guess what I think is like there's a lot more artisanal quality that goes into, say, like a very fancy automobile than
a watch?
Not than a watch. It's just I feel if you were to spend a lot of money on something, you should appreciate the artisanal quality of it a lot.
I think people do that with watches.
I believe that. No, that's why I say when it's just a bunch of diamonds, as if to say, yeah, I don't even really need to look at it to tell time. I just want to have a bunch of diamonds on my wrist. That's one thing. But if you're like, oh, I've just been fascinated by watches, all like the great watchmakers, those are my favorite. I want a piece from each of them. Like, that's different than someone who's just like, oh yeah, money, baby. You get that?
Understood. Why does the oh yeah, money baby get to you?
Oh, just because it's worse than if you were to like, it's like how I feel about myself. Like, I like whiskey quite a bit. So I might like to see what a $500 bottle of whiskey tastes like someday in my life. Or even a $1,000 bottle of whiskey. I might want to, get a glass. I might want to see what it tastes like. But I'm not much of a tequila guy, so to get like a $500 bottle of tequila would be a waste to me. So that's kind of how I look at it. Is I think that it's smart.
Are you just saying that you just don't get it, or are you saying that you think it's weird that other people get it? Because I guess that's a specific difference.
I guess I don't feel the need to distill my opinions that much. I guess I think that it's probably coming from somewhat of a personal place of like, yes, if I myself don't much have an appreciation for like how a watchmaker makes a watch. It's cool, but I haven't researched it by myself, so I don't have much of an appreciation for it. So if I guess it's partly true, it's personal in that sense. Like if I were to buy a $2 million watch, I think that is a pretty big waste of my money compared to other things that I could be like self-actualizing with.
Yes, Megan?
It sounds like you guys are talking into tubes, which I think is part of the problem for the.
Feels like we're talking into tubes.
Talking
Yeah,
into
like if you were to
tubes.
talk into a tube and it's got that deep bass.
Yeah. Well, exactly like we were playing.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know what to do about it, Megan. I mean,
Just letting you know.
Yeah,
I want to hear it.
hear it.
Julian, talk about watches again.
Are you gonna keep recording while we listen to it?
I mean, we don't have. No, we just skip. Just talk about something stupid.
Okay. Anything stupid?
Literally sing the ABC. They don't care.
Yeah, no, I feel like he's gonna.
Yeah,
I
don't
feel
do
like
what
I
he
gotta think
tells
of
you.
something good. I feel
Yeah,
like if I
don't.
don't think of something good, I'll look at it in retrospect and I'll be like, this motherfucker set me up for failure. Or like, I need to.
Captain
I need to
Jack
think of something
Sparrow.
stronger.
Captain Jack Sparrow doesn't
Give
get
him
to.
a taste of the triple gun.
He doesn't get to tell Davy Jones what to do. You know what I mean?
I think I know what you're saying.
You get it?
They're independent. They're independent captains. You know, I
You're a
think.
damn good Davy Jones.
I think
too.
I wish I could. I wish I had squid things when I fucking ate pussy, man. That'd be. I always forget about Calypso. Calypso. Man, I wish that's how I die. I piss a woman off and she turns into like a bunch of crabs and just like fucks me up in a vortex. Like, man, that's how I'm going out.
Are we fixed?
No, I don't know how to fix it. I changed the microphones. I don't know what the solution is. It's like anytime someone says Undertaker, can you hear it, Julian? Maybe I shouldn't point it out. I shouldn't point it out to anyone
I
who
think that's
listens
part
to
of
it.
it, but also
I should let them be ignorant to the noises.
why don't
I
you
make.
have maybe
God,
I
I
could
don't know what to do.
Maybe I'll just, like ask Evan to come over at the beginning of the podcast. Maybe he has some useful little tip or trick that's
Yeah.
save you.
I mean,
hours.
if I had a more accurate soundboard, maybe then you could do something. I don't know. Yeah, sure. Why not?
Yeah.
No,
He's
no,
not
it's always
used to
happened.
dealing with equipment.
Always been happening
Yeah,
with this new microphone setup.
yeah. There's like a weird, specifically when you target the U's, it like it sounds like you're talking through a tube a little bit. Ah! I'm gonna kill myself, I swear. One of these times you guys are gonna come over and I'm gonna like hang myself with an XLR cord.
Zach,
Like the fucking rafter, dude.
Zach, I feel like
God
you need
damn.
to lean into this part of yourself more. And when I say that, I mean like sometimes, and I don't want this to be too assuming, but sometimes I feel like you'll be frustrated with how things are going, and like you will then direct that frustration at whoever interacts with you. But when you, and I just say this as a host, when you are honestly being like, I don't know what to do, I just want to kill myself, I think that's funnier
Unproductive.
on a podcast setting. Yes,
Well, sure. Yeah. When I get frustrated with someone, it's less funny than when I'm like, I hate myself. I regret every decision that's taken me. Of course, I don't get
Then why'd you
frustrated
get
with people because I think
frustrated
it's
with
funny.
people so often?
Because I'm frustrated with the person. What the fuck? Why do I don't choose to
I'm
get
saying
frustrated?
stop, man. I'm just.
If it was that, Julian, you're being stupid right now. If it was that simple, then I would like. Hey,
I'm not
just be rich.
Really saying. I'm not really saying. Just
have
stop being
perfect
anxious.
have perfect interpersonal relationship skills.
Have
It's like
good
yeah,
interpersonal relationship skills.
I have
Doc.
4 people in a room right now. I'm doing fine. I'm not like a hermit. I'm not who's the bomber, the Unabomber. I'm not like hiding in a cabin.
Jeffrey Dahmer?
No, that's the guy who ate people.
He's not either of those
Timothy
guys, quite
McVeigh.
frankly.
What was that? No, Jeffrey Dahmer was
Timothy
great. He
McVeigh.
seduced people to their death. He had very good interpersonal relationships.
talking
Oh, okay, about that. No, I was like, I just soundbite. Jeffrey Dahmer was great. Is like, man. But I take your point. I take your point.
I don't think.
I think it's Timothy McVeigh.
Sure. I don't remember.
I think
Yes,
it is.
the Unabomber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zach, you know what's weird is I can't hear it as bad on Julian's mic, and he's not as close as you are. So maybe the mics are just too good. And it's,
What?
Like picking up too much noise or something.
Maybe they're
and that's why you're
too
getting the
sensitive.
boo, 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 boo.
Yeah, I mean that's what I have thought is that. Well, okay, I have thought that okay, Julian is picking up me a little bit. I'm picking up Julian a little bit. But the thing that's weird is that on.
Saying as you get when you get too close,
Uh-huh.
it's more prominent. So maybe back up.
Does she
Yeah.
get on her case?
What, she's
Back the
it's
fuck up,
self-defense,
Zach.
man. I've known you for 20 years.
What did I just do?
You didn't just do anything. I'm not trying. I feel like a lot of maybe our misunderstanding is I'm never trying to like corner you so I can fucking Ben Shapiro own you at the end. I'm just talking to you like you're my friend offset. No, so, like,
No, you're
I
not.
know
Okay,
two-
no, you're
I'm
not, you
I'm not
motherfucker.
talking
You
to you like,
motherfucker.
I
You
wouldn't
take that back right now.
I wouldn't choose to say to you what. It's both. I would
You
be
were
honest
talking
and
about
say-
a funny joke you made that you couldn't actually say new microphone. Don't give me that shit at all, Julian, you motherfucker. I resent you for that statement.
What
God
is,
damn.
is that how?
God damn it.
Cut that out.
I resent you of all people. Oh my god, can I hard left turn
Sure,
really quick?
hit
Okay.
me.
I got into this argument about socialism inside the union hall. By the way, hilarious to
Oh
hear
right,
people,
yeah, I heard you about
hilarious
this.
to hear people in a union like argue for capitalism. Anyways,
I need to disclose that like that is pretty funny.
I was like,
I need to
guys,
disclose-
oh my god, I was
I'm
losing
the
my fucking
liberal
shit.
when I'm talking to Zach. When Zach is in a room full of less liberal people, he doesn't exactly agree with them either. So keep going.
It was infuriating. It was basically, oh my god. Okay, I'm not even gonna get into it. We got into this argument about like all I was advocating for was profit sharing and like unionization, and I was like, guys, where are we right now? I was like, what building are you inside of? We're in a union hall, and you're telling me that you think it's silly that I'm like, oh yeah, maybe the Amazon workers should start a union. That's all I was saying. All I was saying is that I think that every
my fucking package is gonna be $2 more.
I think every sector of labor should be unionized and should use collective bargaining.
Yeah.
All I was arguing for, and oh my god, they got around to the point where they're like, they're like, do you think you get underpaid? I'm like, no, dude. I'm saying that I think the majority of the workforce does, and I think it's silly that they don't collectively get together. And anyways, I had this, and one of my coworkers was our subject matter expert for that. And this was around Valentine's Day, and we were working on something. And he goes, and oh my god, he goes, he says, he goes, dude, I hate how they hike up prices around Valentine's Day so that flowers are like $50 for a dozen. I'm like, I don't want to hear a fucking word about price gouging after the argument we just had in the class hall about collective bargaining. This motherfucker had the nerve to be like, what are you, it's unskilled labor. Yeah. He's like, unskilled labor. Have you seen how greedy these guys are getting? I'm like, yes, that is my point, dude.
Yeah, everyone sees outward.
My mind.
Well, no, the thing that it always gets me, because I'm not like, I know that the government can screw you over, and the government exists to serve some people better than others, right? But like, some people with this constant skepticism of the government, like, yeah, bro, when has it ever been the government who shorted you on your hours? You know, when has it ever been like the government who's like told you can't have a raise even though you are working better? You know, it's like, I find that the source of your problems is rarely the government. It just reminds you that you're poor every April.
Do you remember when Joe Biden told the rail workers union to fuck off?
Yeah, I remember that.
How insane is that? They were on strike and he was like, hey, motherfucker,
it's illegal that you're on strike.
We're gonna put you in jail for not going to work. Am I in the military? What did I sign up for when I joined the rail workers union? You're gonna like what? I can't go on strike now? Are you insane?
I like left of center, Zach. I mean, you're always left of center, but I like
it's really just labor rights. It's just labor rights that fucking drives me up the wall.
It's annoying because it's like,
oh my God.
We live in a democratic society. Everyone's like, everyone is like, freedom of choice. We should go with the majority opinion. These liberal elites can't control us. We should go with the majority opinion. It's like, the majority opinion is that we should pay more. The majority opinion is that we would all like more money. Yeah.
The majority opinion is that things are expensive.
Yeah,
that's the majority opinion.
The majority opinion, things are expensive.
That was a good Chucky shot.
That segues really well into our tulips protest point.
Oh yeah, that's right. We went to the tulip festival.
Right.
I was bored out of my fucking mind, and then I see a bunch of people with like tulip signs. I'm like, I'm going over. I immediately left my family. I heard chanting and loudspeakers and drums, and I'm like, that looks fun. You buy a ticket, you go into the tulip festival, you leave, you can't get back in. I immediately left the tulip festival and went outside. I was like, I need to know what's going on out there. And there were workers protesting against low wages in the tulip farms.
Yeah.
And totally agree with what they're saying. It was funny that they were chanting no tulips, no workers, which is the opposite. It should be no workers, no tulips. Like, hey, if we don't work, you're not going to have any tulips. They totally got backwards at some point. They were like, no tulips, no workers. And I was like, guys, you're making it like it's a bad look. It's a bad look. Like, get your chant right real quick.
It doesn't even rhyme, right? It's not like they had to switch it up so it'd be like more. It hit the ear better, you know.
Well, I think they started the right way, and then they just kept going A B A B A B so many times that eventually their cadence turned to B-A, B-A, B, and just no one noticed. They were just like, tulips workers. It just kept going. But yeah, it was fun to see the tulip workers.
It's like at a Seahawks event when you're like, see!
Tulips!
Tulips! Workers!
Oh, man. But yeah, they had big tulip signs. A lot of their signs were in English, and at first my mom thought it was, what did she think it was? It was kind of funny.
She was convinced it was for Israel.
She got all bent out of shape. She's like, why are they at the Tulip Festival? You're like, these guys are really committed. Because they just did the SeaTac protest.
Yeah.
Where they blocked all the entrances.
I saw that, yeah.
And she was like, damn, these people are committed.
I hope that doesn't happen on Wednesday. I mean, I very much agree with them.
What's on Wednesday? Oh, you're leaving town?
I'm leaving on town on Wednesday, yeah.
Oh, man.
Which, I mean, it's one of those things where it really puts you personally at odds because, yeah, I still want to go on my vacation. You know, like I worked hard. I'm excited. But at the same time, it's like.
No, I don't believe in protests that inconvenience me.
Yeah, at the same time, I would feel I would feel
man.
ideologically in agreement, but very frustrated at the situation. I would.
I don't know. There were some people protesting a new children's prison. What are those called?
Juvenile
Juvenile
detention
detention center in
centers.
Seattle.
Just I like children's prison. Prisons are us. Yes.
And I got trapped in the traffic, and I was immediately like, I disagree with whatever it is that you guys are saying.
No, it's funny how quickly that'll like it's not a good protest in the sense that it makes almost everyone who is at the protest disagree with you.
Keep going.
I feel like it's not a good protest in the sense that it makes almost everyone who is there disagree with you.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
it's
yeah,
less
yeah.
simple. Like what is it? If I see like it's just one of those things where it shows how capitalism works to disincentivize us from helping one another. Because it's like, what is it? Or, yeah, I have to get to work to make money to pay rent. And if I don't, then I will be stressed out. And if I'm late, then I will make less money. And sometimes if I'm late, I mean, not in my case, my boss is pretty chill. But if some people are late, their boss chews them out, even though like maybe they left on time. Maybe this was the morning where they got up, got their shit together, left 10 minutes early, and now they're still late because the fucking protest. And it doesn't delegitimize the protest. It's a good message to get out into the public space, but it disincentivizes the guy who has to go to work. It makes the guy who has to go to work feel like this is some ideological issue. That this is something that like elite people are like, yeah, let's block all the normal people's way to work with our pro-Palestine protest. It's like, that's not it. That's just the way that protest will be heard. But the effect that it has on you is tightening the restrictions of capitalism.
What?
It is...
What?
The effect that it has on you is to... You are you are indebted to your boss because of You are indebted to your boss to show up on time. Otherwise, you won't be able to pay rent.
What do you mean by tightening the something in
It is,
capitalism?
I guess I would say it. What's the expression? It's like when you put more pressure on something and it shows the cracks. But basically, it puts more pressure on you and it makes you stressed out because we live in a capitalist system where you're already stressed out. You already have to go to work. Someone makes you late to go to work, protesting a thing that I at least think is correct. And that person is now a villain in your eyes because all they did was inconvenience you in your day and make you stressed out that you weren't going to make the money you needed to make to close out at the end of the month.
I see what you're saying. That's okay. I mean,
feel the same way about like
if
honestly,
that's the first thing that comes to your mind, that's not the first thing that comes to my mind.
It's one of the first things because I think about it too during the like the protests and stuff when it was like all the anti-police protests and stuff.
Let's
like,
just talk about the tulip protest. Let's keep it really. I feel like no one can get bent out of shape if we just specifically talk about the. I mean, if you want to, you can. I'm just
Where I work, I get a lot of law enforcement. I heard this once. You know what? Fuck. I heard this one story about a Seattle cop who was faced with the rioters during the Seattle protests.
When they took over the police.
Yeah, when they took
precinct.
over the small.
I worked at that precinct.
Not as an officer. Gotcha.
No.
But like, no, he was talking about it. He had a pretty biased view of the like rioters and whatnot. And it was interesting because I guess what I've always thought is that no matter your political beliefs, you have like, even if you found out tomorrow that your job was the most immoral job you could do, you would still need time to like situate yourself to get into another career, even if you're the best meaning person in the world. So when everyone is like, I fully agree that the police are a corrupt institution. When everyone is like, just don't show up to work. It's like, yeah, no, fuck it. Like, I mean, I'm not saying like, yeah, don't commit violence at work, but like, Walmart is also a corrupt institution. You can't just not show up to work, right? Very few Americans have the privilege to not show up to work. Everyone has to go to work. And if you work at a job that happens to be shitty to certain groups of people or to the planet, even if you agree with those things, you still have to go to work. If you disagree with those things, that could maybe be corrected. But even if you fully agree with those things, you are still financially compelled to go to work. And that's most of what I think.
I'm so lost in the sauce. You, you lost me.
I don't know, man. I don't feel like sometimes I feel gaslit by this. Like
By what?
I know you're not fucking with me, but sometimes I'll feel like, nah, someone else would have at least pretended to understand what I was. And maybe
But you understand that's not a
everyone's
good
pretending.
thing, right?
I know
You
it's not a
understand that's
good
a
thing
bad
for someone to
thing.
pretend. No. But what I'm saying is,
If I'm confused, other people are also going to be confused, and so it's important that I don't just sit here and pretend that we're speaking clearly. It's important to like be open about that.
what do you think?
So I kind of understand what you're saying. Like military, right? Let's say that you don't agree with the war on Iraq or anything like that, but your livelihood for your family and to provide for your family is to be in the military, and you have to do your duties in the military, right? But let's say you don't really agree with it, but you're still going to be getting up every morning, strapping your boots on, and smashing some bullets somewhere. You know what I mean? If that was your job.
I hear you. That's not what we were talking about.
That's what we were talking about. That's what I meant.
We were talking about protests. We were talking about how the bad parts of protests blocking people's way to get to work.
I segued
for the
that
example.
into
Yeah,
my
and then he's
opinion
talking
on
about those
what I
people
thought.
that are blocked.
Okay,
I was talking
that
about
transition
how
wasn't clear to me. It
in
sounded
a
like you were still.
prote-
Can I finish? It sounded like you were just talking. You were still trying to explain that first point. Your transition wasn't clear to me, I guess, is my point.
Gotcha.
So-
But keep going. Tulips.
I don't think there's anything else to add. They blocked the handicap parking. That was kind of funny. Like out of all the people to target, it was funny to like specifically block the handicap parking.
fucked up.
It was funny to be like, nah, fuck you.
Yeah,
buddy."
fuck you specifically.
Like-
They didn't really hang out that long. They kind of like came by and then left. I thought they would have hung around a bit.
Yeah,
longer.
that's punching down, man. You can't, even if your
They
protest
didn't do it for
is
very
valid.
long. It was like 10 minutes. Like,
Yeah.
and then they got out of the way. It was just funny that like the place they chose to hang out was right in front of like the way to get like, yeah.
No, it's funny to me that this, like, yeah, no, I get it. It's ironic. Yeah, it's a group that you're sympathetic to combined with another group that you're sympathetic to where you don't expect them to be villains to one another. So yeah, it's funny.
Not villains.
It
It
is
was
funny.
just a silly accident.
Yeah.
Mom? Oh. Uncle Mike. I don't remember these things, Megan. Oh, that's right. Okay. Sorry. We rather than like looking at my phone all the time, we tried writing like talking points on the whiteboard behind Scott.
It's a great idea.
And every so often I look at it. It's like when I write down joke ideas and I'm like, what was I on? You know what I mean? But okay. So after the Tulip Festival, we went to a restaurant and we all paid our bill. And the waiter left like the little thing that you put your card in it. Megan, I'm sorry. You have to point like every time I look over there, it's on the bird. I understand you like the bird. You can't point. Megan, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Megan,
Dude, it's kind of fascinating. Like, I've never seen that shit.
90% of
Your-
our
your
viewership
co-
is through clips.
Your go.
The
Yeah.
clip cannot be the bird preening itself.
It's
Your consumers
What do you mean,
will
why not,
like
Scott?
it. It's so cute.
Dude, I've
Look
never
at
seen
him.
that shit. I'm actually really fascinated
I know
by
Scott
it right
keeps
now.
looking at him.
Fine, let's just watch the bird preen and then we'll.
No, keep talking.
No,
it's kind of
I'm-
fun to listen to you and preen.
Oh my God. Okay, fine.
Are you upset because you're not in control right now?
Yeah. No. Yes, I am.
man,
It
Scott,
is-
you're so nice.
I've gone over this multiple times.
That's like-
it's frustrating that I can't pay you guys.
Yeah.
It sucks. It sucks so much to rely on people's generosity. We've gone over this a few times.
That just makes me
It
think.
blows.
That just makes.
Camera went out again.
Oh God, I hate my
It
life.
makes me think here. Wait, Scott. Let me
Kill
see.
myself.
Oh wait, never mind. Yeah,
You know, I'm
just get
fuck it.
him
The
killing
bird
himself.
camera is gonna point at Julian.
Oh,
okay,
no.
yeah.
What do you
no.
want from me?
The bird.
I'll take care of Julian.
How about
Just sit
you-
down.
How about you point at the bird? If you're so fascinated with the bird, you point at the bird, and the steady camera stays in the steady spot.
All right, that's fair.
Oh my God.
Zach,
That's fair.
why do you keep calling Scott a bird?
Oh my God. Why doesn't the camera work?
So, Zach,
Just work! Fuck! I hate this. Oh my God, I can't do anything right. Oh my God, I'm breaking mentally, you guys. I can't handle this.
I think-
this is what happened in the pumpkin video. I swear to God, I'm at that point right now. I'm tired. I've gotten like barely any sleep every night. My grandma's in town, so I've been like dragged to things all the time. Friday night, I had to work. I worked like 11 hours on Friday, and then I had to go to a fucking dinner. And then I came home, went to sleep, and then I had to wake up to go to a I had to wake up to work again, and then I had to leave work and go to a picnic where we flew kites. Kites, bro! Which, by the way, we're going to talk about kites. But I had to fly kites, and then what the fuck did we do? We flew kites, and we came home, and we did something after that.
Nap.
Went to sleep because I was dying. Woke up today, had to go look at flowers. and then we had to go to another dinner. And then I had to get down here, and then I had like an hour until Julian got here.
Yeah.
And
And
I
the
was,
best
like, running
part
around,
is-
and I had to set up a bird cam, and then Scott showed up, and I had to change everything again. And now Julian's camera isn't fucking working.
And now
I have to go to work tomorrow.
That's the best part. There we go. What Scott just said.
Oh my god. Well, it's just a camera.
Let's just.
work.
I'll just
Oh, I just had a genius idea.
You just talked to your friend, the camera, Zach. So, not your friend. Scott, when you said that, that reminded me of like, so I feel like there's this type, like this nice type of person. Levy does the exact same thing, where it's like, you're super kind to everyone. You're always like giving out a positive attitude. And then you just get that one little comment in. Like, what is it? Levy does it too, where he'll be like, he's never mean. You can shit talk him all you want, but occasionally he'll just hit you with one like, oh, same shirt 3 days in a row. And it's like, it'll destroy you, man. You're just like, it opens up an opportunity.
genius. I figured it out.
It opens up an opportunity for these Zacks of the world to come in and be like, yeah, what are you fucking, you sloppy dresser? But, and I just find it very funny that you did the exact, like, you got like everything I'm thinking during one of these arguments, you just said it. Are you mad because you aren't in control? Perfect line.
That really set him off, though.
I wouldn't say it set him off. I think it's the camera, man.
No,
I don't.
Dude, his temperature went up a few
Let's
degrees.
also
right
not
there.
victim blame here. Now I'm getting defensive of my friend here. It's the
It's
camera.
almost more frustrating when you figure it out. Like all I did now was, I mean, this isn't a long-term solution. It works for right now. I switched batteries between cameras because theoretically that one's completely charged, but that
Yeah.
charger's not finicky. So, oh my god.
You work better under pressure.
Hey, it was a great solution.
Not if you're the but not if you're next to me.
I was gonna say, no, Zach, the person next to you doesn't work better under your pressure at all.
I don't get like this at work, Scott. Why? You want to know the truth?
Yeah, why not?
Because what's the right way to explain it? I don't care what I have to do as long as my coworkers aren't upset at me and as long as I'm getting paid. I don't really. Okay, this is. How do I say this right? Okay. In my heart, I don't really care how good things go. I just want everyone to be happy. And for everyone to be happy, things need to generally go well. Does that make sense? So I'm less focused on like
being an artisan in your work.
I'm more focused on doing as good as I possibly can at my job. Whereas here, I demand things to go right. Does that make sense? Where like if things go south at work, as long as I'm trying my best, there's literally nothing I can do. Whereas when I'm here, no, I do that at work too. What is it? Because I still get stressed out at work when things don't go south because I feel like I'm inadequate. But
I think it might come back to control.
Is it really feeling like you're inadequate? That's interesting.
well,
I just feel annoyed that there's like it's just
I'm always
it's just
afraid
a
that
hurdle.
I'm inadequate.
It's I feel the same way that I do when you just like can't get a nail out of a board of wood or just can't get when you bend your third when
You know
you
what it might be?
strike your third nail wrong. Like that's how I feel is just like fuck, I can't do anything right. But it's not like an inferiority thing. It's just like, motherfucker, if I knew how to do this, it would be quick.
I think I just figured it out. I think it's probably that what I get from work is pay.
Money, baby.
And so no matter how things go, I'm getting the thing I'm there for. If I'm not getting self-fulfillment from this and everything's going south, it's just bad. There's no like, if things go poorly here, I get nothing. Like it's just fucked. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Versus when I'm at work, even if shit hits the fan, like even if I'm stressed, things are going south, I have to work late to figure things out. At the end of the day, I'm getting paid. You know what I mean? Whereas here when things go south, I'm just I'm just hurting it's like I had it on the tip of my tongue. At work, I get paid, but here when things go south, like nothing good. I feel like I got my point across.
No, I take your point. Well, I also think that it's well, that's one of the things that I think some of the time where that's sometimes where my argument will come from a place of like, couldn't you just do less now? That's like,
Julian, the camera wouldn't turn on.
No, that's not. Zach,
You've
that's
got like
not
9
what I'm
other
talking
cameras.
about.
Like the show will go on.
Yeah, but you guys insist on the bird having one. Okay. So what am I supposed to do? I think of the easiest solution is just to turn that camera around. The entire room goes, stop! I don't want to.
One of us was very nervously quiet.
Pretty
One of us
wings.
really just wanted you to be happy, man. I want to point that out. But no, it's about
I need to like plank.
that.
Hold on.
Like
Let's do a count, dude. Let's
I
do a
can plank
count.
for a long time.
Let's do
I
it.
can
Yeah,
actually do an
let's-
impressive plank.
you know what? If it makes
we
you
got a
happy,
timer making people have a
if
timer
it
on the
makes you
computer.
happy, man, do whatever.
It's not happy. I need to like my body. I'm like having a panic attack. Like, I'm like, I bet I can plank for 3 minutes.
How many minutes?
Look at
Bet
his
you
belly.
can't.
I can.
Stopwatch?
Yeah, stopwatch.
All right, let's see. 3-minute plank.
Okay, tell me when you're gonna start. Hold on, I really don't want my ass crack to show. Okay, tell me when.
Good for views.
Tell me when.
Start.
All right, make sure that he's being honest. I can't really see his back knees right there.
Yeah, I
Oh,
can't.
The walk plank. Okay. 3 minutes.
I think you took a lot out of yourself just on that walk. I think you should have unplanked and restarted.
No, that'd be way worse.
That's. I mean, honestly, one of the things I do that I always think is commendable about Zach is the way he's never shown.
Talking shit is gonna help.
He's never shown his ass crack, right? He's Scott, talk some shit first. Motivate him.
I think he's done it 1:30. I think
I could definitely do 2 minutes. It's the last minute.
I think you're delusional.
I don't even think you could make it as
done this before. What are you
Zach.
talking?
Zach, I don't even think you could make it as long as I could, honestly.
Okay, dude. You could do less than a minute. Go fuck yourself.
I don't know. I think I could do more than you, brother.
Okay, Julian, I know what you're. I don't like. I know you're wrong. Whereas I think Scott might actually think he's right.
What's funny is this still doesn't solve the problem.
No, but it makes my if I'm physically exhausted, I get less stressed out about it. I really should work out. Like realistically, my life would be.
Yeah, that'd be kind of like a twofer, man.
Can you let me know when I'm at 2 minutes?
I don't think you should let him know.
Yeah, I don't even think you're at one
I think
yet.
we should just see. We should just see how
Okay,
long
well,
you
if you
can
can
go.
fucking see, then.
Because you're either your full
we're not doing
go.
that.
Your full go is your full go, and if it's over 3 minutes, it's over 3 minutes. But let your mind. I don't think you should tell him.
One of the things I think is most commendable about we're gonna use this
Oh,
moment.
I need
guys,
that
we're gonna
extra
use this moment to
motivation.
compliment Zach because life just doesn't sometimes. One of the things I find most commendable about Zach is like we have one of our friends, Isan, who long-term Chucklehead viewers will know. But Isan is like, he was arm wrestling with Isan once. This guy's like a crazy, Isan's like, he's got all of his wrist and forearm strength as strong as possible, right? And I always see Zach push through whether or not it's physical or mental. That's what makes the CHP videos so fun. That's what makes the Chucklehead Chronicles so funny is he won't give up. Jesse would give up first,
Bro, he can't do it.
followed by me and
He can't
Levy
do
in
it.
some way. Yeah.
He can't
But
do it, dude.
Zach would outlast all of us by like a multiple of like 10 easily. So if it's like, that's why whenever he's talking shit about like a Mr. Beast challenge, Zach, Mr. Beast is going to give you $100,000 if you can stay in that plank for 25 more seconds.
You can do it, Zach.
25 more seconds.
Hold.
Give him a taste of the triple
Yeah,
gun.
recruit! Keep your ass down! I would push it if I didn't want to be on camera.
Come
my
on.
God.
Come on.
Well, honestly, I mean, that ass is pretty good. This is some real daddy
You
energy
got it.
right here.
You got it. Hold.
Should I put the...
Woo!
Hey, congratulations, dude.
Now, ladies,
that was
say
pretty
that
good.
wasn't a long time, all right? Try saying that 3 minutes isn't a long time now, huh?
fuck. Megan, you kept saying, you know, it's funny. Megan, you kept saying, keep your ass down. I felt my back collapsing like that bridge in Baltimore. Like, I literally, the hard part was trying to keep my ass up.
You could have picked like any bridge, man.
Oh my god. That's an easy way.
Honestly, I think my,
You can't do that. That's not a real plan.
Megan, my butt was gonna hit the ground. Also, it didn't help. I have socks on carpet, so my back feet were sliding. Fuck you guys.
You did it though.
All I hear is
Yeah, I know.
excuses, recruit.
Did it? Now
I
time,
did it.
now time for me to make it to 5, pussies.
I'd give you $1,000.
Oh man, yeah, no, let's check in with the bird again.
Chucky,
You guys are all chirping.
Clock, clock, clock.
This is what it feels like to get your back blown out.
Yeah, because you think
Ladies.
you're the cock of the walk, Zach. Bird humor.
I need an ice bath, like our Lord and Savior. Dude, my ears are ringing.
You about to say our Lord and Savior Joe Rogan?
I was joking.
Gotcha. Okay,
My ears
yeah.
are legit ringing. It's fucked up. I'm so out of shape.
Oh, did you hear Chucky do the water sound?
You know, Zach, honestly, you planking will get a lot of comments. Did you
It's actually a really good idea.
did you delete a lot of mean comment? I love
Bro, they lit you up. Are you talking about that one?
No, I don't even
My
get
ears
people
are
light
actually
me up
deaf
all the
right now.
time,
This is
man.
crazy.
It's what is it? People go hard. And also it's like, what is it? I've never been ratioed before like that, so I don't really like, you know.
What happened?
Oh, what is it? The Halo video, I'm assuming you're talking
Halo
about.
video. Dude, there were a lot of people supporting you, to be honest.
No, there were.
What?
That's what I saw.
I
I
didn't
saw
read 'em.
only the support. So I was
I
like,
didn't
did you delete a bunch of hate?
There were mean ones.
No, there were like 3 mean ones, and there were like
Okay, yeah, I can-
10. There were like 10. Like, shut up, people! Stop being mean. He's just living his best life.
Yeah, no, I only delete. So the way I think about it is bad comments do help the algorithm. But if it's like one bad comment, then it's like, go fuck yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it's now a thing, I'm not going to stop the thing from happening. But if
Yeah.
it's not turning into a thing, go fuck yourself.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
it's-
So because that turned into a thing, I just let it happen because I wanted to see how far I could go.
Not bad, right? Is that our most?
I don't remember. I'm like, I don't know anything right now.
But yeah, you know abs.
I know. Blood
Do you
sweat.
remember the comment that made you laugh a lot?
Yeah, we were talking about the Hort run.
Warthog run.
Honestly,
Was
I
it-
wanted
was
to
it
talk
you
about
are
this
a
when I had this.
warthog and you never run?
It was
Because that
one.
was funny.
That
Yeah.
was funny. I really
but-
wanted to talk about this when we could pull it up. Oh, wait, Megan, you can pull it up. Pull up the comment section on that video. Oh my god. Just go to YouTube. Just do side by side. And then or no, Megan, not with the search window up. Regular side by side. Otherwise, like something bad's gonna come
That
up.
guy
on
watches a lot of weird porn.
this is the laptop account, so only things Scott has looked at on this account.
Warthog run.
Oh my god.
What did you call the video?
Go to Chucklehead Productions. I do feel better.
That's called self-harm.
No.
Hey, it's the same principle, eh?
Then go to the account
Very proud of you though for getting 3 minutes.
and go to shorts. Told you I could do it.
What, are you still at 199?
Megan, go to shorts. First press pause. Now at the top, sort by popular. And then there should be one that's Hortwog.
Hey, what do you know? It's the first one.
Okay, so pause, and I'll open up the comments. Can you stop doing that? Just do what I'm asking of you.
I thought that was the comment, Zach.
Comments.
Yeah, okay, now
we got a decent
show it on
traction now.
screen.
There's a lot of comments. I want to read those.
Okay. Megan, you gotta read them. I can't read shit.
Yeah, I can't read for fuck over here.
Fat.
Yeah,
That was the first one?
that one's clever.
Bro, you are a warthog, but we know you ain't going on a run.
That was
That
funny.
one got me.
I gotta give it up.
That was funny.
I gotta give it up.
Fucked up, but
That's no, it's not even fucked up. If someone makes a joke that isn't just like, "Oh, you're a man with tits," like that's funny, you know? Well,
you're saying if it isn't just fit.
That's
it's
fucking
funny.
hilarious.
I feel
It
like
is, so I burst out laughing.
it's starting.
But
It's
it's
starting to
fucking-
get
it's
under
good
my
shit.
skin that it's made Scott laugh more than anything we've said on the show.
It's a banger.
Food run, obviously.
That good comment. Food
course.
fat. I like it. Keep going.
Of course, the Reddit mod who's got his own area code knows the lingo, in quotes.
Yeah,
That was the
because
first comment.
And then this one has
I'm
5
balling
replies.
so hard.
Zachary stood up for you. He says, "Let the man be passionate."
Which is not the attitude that he has as he's zooming in on my double chin with the mobile cam, but keep going.
Are you passionate about your double chin?
And then someone else said, "Pretty piece of shit comment. Man's clean, takes care of his appearance, not very Reddit mod." So I don't know if that's a compliment or not, but crazy how well
a
you
good one.
projected your own insecurities on a dude talking about something.
Okay, it's
he
not
likes.
funny if we just read the good like.
No, read all the good ones. I
You
like it.
act
Keep
as if
going.
We gotta just read 'em
Halo
all.
was
Read 'em
just
all.
this neat little thing that kept to itself and only had a tiny community. I
I
don't
caught
know.
a stray. Someone came
I
at
was
me.
explaining it to a room. Okay, never mind. That one makes me the most upset because of context. Keep going.
I,
Where'd the glasses come from, Julian?
For my hair,
Hey,
man.
they look good. Hey, Julian's
We get to
looking
the
good.
Oh my
comments.
god, you look
Just the
like my
shades up.
grandma. Grandma Maggie, is that you?
I make sure to eat your vegetables.
You look good. Hey, you look good, Julian.
to the
Fuck
mobile.
them. Fuck everybody.
No, I know. I'm constantly seducing Eastern European people into buying shit from me. Like that's. I know I'm killing it.
Okay, should I keep reading?
I don't think so. Oh, you can catch the one that came at me.
The rest of them are positive.
Not the one that came at me.
I want to hear him.
It's all the same shit. It's like leave him alone.
I hate when people do that. You know that? Like, why are you shocked he's a nerd? Like, Buck from Oats was voiced by Nathan Fillion. This guy just wants
ODST.
to show off how he's a nerd.
Yeah,
That's
you
what that one
fucking.
feels
I
like.
bet you need.
Is that
to
the
get
one?
more
I know. I
bullied.
love Zach. That was satisfying to me to see people like, yeah, Keith David, obviously, like that was. I felt the
Yeah,
sa-
because I hashtagged it with every Halo thing in the world.
Yeah, I
no
felt-
one who anyone who searches
No, I
hashtag
know it
Halo
was
3
my
in
crowd coming
2024.
in. It was my home. It was my boys coming in for that one for sure. But no, it's. I feel like how you must have felt when Pooh Crafter agreed with you about that Harry Potter thing. I was pissed about that. I'm
I
not
don't think
gonna
he
lie.
didn't agree with me.
He said that it was totally
Pull it
fair
up, Megan.
of you to say that it was Dumbledore's wand, which I was
I don't
like,
think he did.
which I guess I was. It frustrated me to hear because I was like, I wasn't
Megan,
saying
switch
that
off
it
a
wasn't
bit.
fair. I was arguing
What?
about
So
everything.
okay, stop. Switch to a camera before you scroll around.
Oh.
It's a good habit to get into because I don't want to have to edit things later. Thank you. I appreciate you. It saves me lots of time.
Okay, now what?
So go to the videos at the top, not the shorts.
God, I wish
And then go to
Taxi
videos.
Driver had just stopped and we'd heard like Scorsese
I'm at
saying like,
videos
now
right now.
Pacino over there.
Oh, sorry,
Or-
uploads.
Uploads. Where?
Are you in videos?
Yeah, video.
Okay.
Home.
Was that was
Popular?
Arthur Weasley was a tool? I think. No. It was the video. Oh wait, I
It was
don't
the
think,
most recent one. Most recent.
was it?
Scribble game?
No.
Yeah, Scribble Game. It was Scribble Game.
You
That
guys
was the
had
one I was
that
talking about,
argument?
yes.
Yeah,
I
no,
think
that's
you're right.
Click on Scribble Game.
I guess I haven't read this comment.
Oh, you haven't?
What did he say?
So this was about you remember when we were arguing over Dumbledore's wand.
Holy
It's
shit,
a
he wrote a
lot.
book.
Do you want me to read it all?
Sure.
Okay, let me get comfortable. I feel weird correcting a Harry
wait,
Potter
Megan, put it on screen.
discussion. Oh, put it on the screen. Okay.
Thank you.
See if I can make it big. There we go. Okay. Pooh Crafter 2, one day ago, edited. I feel weird correcting a Harry Potter discussion in successive weeks, but I feel I must. Megan seems the most knowledgeable on the subject within that room, but was still partially wrong in her corrections. Wands, generally, don't just switch allegiance after a wizard has been disarmed. This is most true with the unicorn hair core of Ron's wand that was passed down to him from Charlie Weasley. Unicorn hair cores only work effectively for their original owner. All wands within
Man,
the
this
Harry
guy
Potter
hates-
universe are sentient to some extent.
Wait, will you say that? What kind of one?
All wands within the Harry Potter
Okay.
universe are sentient to some extent. The Elder Wand, being the most powerful, is also the most sentient. It was created by Antoch Pavel, I don't know, an extraordinarily powerful wizard of his time.
Tell.
Its sentience led to constantly seek the most powerful wizard.
Wait, pause. He just
Okay.
said the Elder Wand was made by.
Antoch
I thought it was made by Death.
So Deathly Hallows is truly a fairy tale within the universe to explain three things that are totally unrelated, is what Pooh Crafter is saying, because I've never taken that interpretation.
I've never heard that. I've
never
watched
heard
a
that
lot of
either.
lore videos.
But,
I mean, he's saying it like it's fact. So
I wonder
whoever-
if
don't know
J.K.
who
Rowling said it in an
Antioch
interview at some point.
Pavarel.
I know what she has said in interviews.
Okay, so its sentience led it to constantly seek the most powerful wizard. Borrowing an example from Super Carlin Brothers, it's like the card game War. The wand is in search of the ace. If it is owned by a 5 and a 7 duels them, the 7 will win despite the 5 owning the Elder Wand, because the wand acknowledges a greater power within the 7 than the 5. Then a 9 would beat the 7. Jack beats the 9, King beats the Jack, etc.
It's a gold digger.
While in the story, Harry comes to the conclusion that Draco disarming Dumbledore made Draco
Wait, so he's
the
going to say the
master.
book was wrong? Okay, no.
Well, I mean, Harry could be wrong. It is from his perspective. He's pretty stupid.
He's kind of stupid.
He's just a jock. Harry comes to the conclusion that Draco disarming Dumbledore made Draco the master of the Elder Wand, and then Harry stealing Draco's personal wand at Malfoy Manor then made Harry the master. That is, in all likelihood, just wrong. Harry was the master of death. He was the ace the wand is looking for. Voldemort was a king in the game of war, but Harry was at the end of the day the stronger wizard. I'd like to finish with Zack was completely fair in his statement that the Elder Wand was Dumbledore's wand. The dude owned it for 50 plus years and only lost it about 1 year before the story ends. Also, shout out Stevie Nicks making an appearance.
Who's that?
Show less.
From oh God, what's Stevie Nicks from?
Thank you, Pooh Crafter. I know I've been rude to you in the past about your art, but I appreciate you acknowledging my knowledge of Harry Potter.
I'm gonna have to fact check that. Or rather, I need your source on the Elder Wand being not made by Death, because that's what I've heard that in the tens of YouTube.
I'm
videos,
gonna need your
like
source
a lot of
because
YouTube videos.
fully what I was arguing was exactly what he said, is that we said it in some. What we were arguing about is on the show where we argue about everything. But what I was arguing for, at least, was the fact that it was to describe it as being solely Dumbledore's wand is not as accurate of a characterization as to say the Elder Wand, because it does go through other possessions, even though, yes, it is the only wand that Dumbledore uses in the entire main book series. I don't know about Fantastic Beasts. So it's fair that if I was like trying to nitpick you, it would be fair to just casually refer to it as Dumbledore's wand. But I, on the show where we argue about everything, was getting hyper specific. Exactly what Harry believed is what I thought, is that Draco,
that's what I thought too,
Draco.
because that's what's in the book.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't know there was like more lore.
I didn't know how much Harry's perspective had been implied to be flawed. I wonder if maybe other perspectives are implied to be flawed as well. No?
Well, I know, once again, all of my information is just from like Harry Potter theory videos. But whoever makes those videos has talked about, like, he'll specifically reference things that J.K. Rowling says.
We got any shout outs, man. That's another YouTuber. We got to, like,
he doesn't
this creator.
That's the name of his channel. I don't know what his name is.
What's his channel?
Harry Potter Theory.
Harry Potter Theory. Okay, got you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
He specifically references things that J.K. Rowling says in interviews that isn't necessarily in the book, and she'll specifically say something along the lines of, I don't know if I'll ever need this, but I like knowing it. Because when you're creating a big world and you need to understand why people make the decisions, why characters make the decisions that they make, you have to understand a lot more than is inside the story so that you can be as consistent as possible. So it's possible that she has said in an interview at some point that in the same kind of way that George R.R. Martin mentions that a lot of the stories that you hear in his world are, imaginative historic events that have been lost in the mist of time. It's very possible that she's taken a similar stance on it, where this explanation for things is completely a fictional adaptation of like an actual historic event.
Yeah.
So that could be correct, but I'm very interested in a source on that.
I get frustrated sometimes because I feel like at a point, Harry Potter has gotten to that point where it's like there's so much headcanon.
What do you mean by that?
You familiar with the expression headcanon?
I just asked what it is. No, I'm not.
Okay. The expression headcanon means like in like how I'm trying to think of a personal example. It's basically like I always thought this growing up and reading the book, so to me it's true. Like, if you wanted to say, oh, I thought Harry was bisexual and was actually attracted to Ron the whole time a lot, that's your headcanon. You say that your headcanon was that there was some tension between him and Ron, where there was maybe ambiguity left, where you might be able to interpret that. So I think at a point with big franchises like Star Wars and Harry Potter and Marvel, like, your headcanon becomes so important to how you interpret the work that arguing over it is like arguing over like whether or not you see the same blue as I do.
Megan?
Oh, I was going to mention Star Wars because headcanon is an important term, but canon means it's something that actually happened.
I understand that.
Yeah. Okay. So like in Star Wars, when Disney bought it, they got rid of all of the like books, the extended.
Right.
They said none of that is canon anymore. And everyone was really, really pissed. So that would probably be considered headcanon now, right?
It would. I mean, I think EU is a different thing because it's like, it's less of an individual thing. But then again, it's like extended universe Star Wars. It's like, I'm actually not very familiar with it at all. I was fine for Disney changing up the canon as a Star Wars fan because I just honestly wasn't well versed in any of that stuff. So whenever people talk to me about like Luke Skywalker's wife and Han and Leia's 3 kids, I'm like, that's never been Star Wars to me. So I guess I can more easily accept like a Kylo and stuff like that, who was in the extended universe, but I could accept the deviance from the collective headcanon, we could say, of Star Wars fans because I just never got into it.
I'm not as familiar, but I'm pretty sure that in those books, Kylo and Rey are actually twins. And so that a lot of people got really, really mad that they weren't related.
I didn't
there was
know
like
Rey
a
Yeah, it would have been way hotter when they kissed.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
I was.
They are?
I was as mad as if they had been related. Honestly, when they kissed, you could ask if Lily's ever over, you could ask her sometime. But I was literally sitting in the theater, like gripping the armchairs. I was like, don't kiss. Fuck you. Fuck. Like I was upset. Lily really liked the Rey Kylo stuff. I was so upset when I first saw it happen. I was like, what are we doing?
But like I was told that's why they were like connected mentally, is they were twins.
Yeah, that's dumb.
And like it is dumb not to make them related.
I mean, why they're connected mentally because they're twins? That's like, I don't know. I disagree with J.J. Abrams' whole thing where he was like, I actually didn't like movie number 8, so I'm gonna redo some parts of it. Like I don't know. Do movie number 8 or like help, you know?
For sure. That can be the end of this episode. If you've gotten this far, make sure to like and subscribe. And if you're not going to subscribe, comment down below why not. Why did you watch 59 minutes of this and then not subscribe? What was fascinating enough to finish it and then not hit the button? I think that's a fair question.
It's because Chucky's not on every episode. Poop.
Did he just poop?
Yeah.
Well,
That's a great end.
Don't stop, we go straight to the top. Don't stop, we go straight to the top. I am that dude. I am that dude. I am that dude. I am that dude. I am that. Don't stop, we go straight to the top. Don't stop, we go straight to the top. And we all going together.